Hey, Casey, all the monitors are currently off. Call to order, Town of Prescott Valley, regular town council meeting, February 12th, 2026. Call to order. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Lopez.
Present.
Councilmember Keel.
Present.
Councilmember Freund. Councilmember Greer.
Here.
Councilmember Schumacher.
Present.
Vice Mayor Searcher's not here. Mayor Plaguta.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, ma'am. I was advised by the vice mayor that he caught whatever was going around and he's extremely sick this evening. So that's why he's not here. I'd like to welcome down Elder Stephen Adams from the Firm Foundation Bible Church for our invocation and Pledge of Allegiance. I don't see him here. Well, if you would, folks, if we could just please stand if you can. We'll do a moment of silence. Thank you. And will you all please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag.
To the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can I please get approval for the agenda as presented? Or at least get a motion and then a second.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as presented by electronic vote.
I'll second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passes unanimously, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, proclamations. Today is Government Communications Day.
Whereas the role of government communication professionals is to inform, educate, and engage their communities. And whereas robust communication in government creates trust and inspires residents to take action and be involved. And whereas government communications create relationships and calls to action, build awareness and understanding through storytelling, engage and foster engagement on civic issues, and use all channels to include people in critical decisions. And whereas it is essential to have strong communications in government because it is a foundational element of living in a country where citizens have the freedom to make their voice heard. And whereas the town of Prescott Valley is proud and has deep gratitude and recognition for government communicators' professionalism, dedication, hard work, commitment, enthusiasm, and service. Now, therefore, I, Kelpa Gouda, Mayor of the town of Prescott Valley, do hereby proclaim February 20th as Government Communicators Day in Prescott Valley and encourage all residents to thank the members of the Creative Services Division who have dedicated their careers to ensure the town has effective, impactful, and successful communication strategies that resonate and are relevant. Thank you.
I just want to say a quick thank you. We always appreciate that council and all of staff appreciates what the the Creative Services Division does. So thank you. I know the drill.
Next up, Student of the Month.
The town of Prescott Valley, in collaboration with the Optimist Club of Yavapai County and Bradshaw Mountain High School, are honoring these two outstanding students for February, Brielle Benian and Donovan Bayard. Congratulations. We are proud to recognize these students for the commitment to school and community engagement. Because of their work, they have been nominated by their school staff and instructors at BMHS. Congratulations. Now it's time for each of you to tell us a little bit about yourselves. Brielle, why don't you start?
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here today. So I have always had lots of passions and I love to learn. So as a result, I've been a very busy person most of the time. Throughout my high school career, I have participated in multiple extracurricular activities, including swim team, choir, tennis, and community theater. I've qualified for top chairs in Northern Arizona Regionals Choir 3 times, and I've qualified for Arizona State Choir during my junior year. In my junior and senior years, I qualified for the Arizona State Swim Competition, and I competed in the finals divisions my senior year. I have had the opportunity to be team captain of the swim team my senior year as well. I worked hard to maintain a 4.0 GPA in multiple college and AP classes throughout high school, and I'm a member of the Bradshaw Student Athlete Leadership Team. Outside of school, I teach piano lessons and I'm very involved in my church. I've served in multiple church leadership positions, including a music coordinator, young women's class presidency leader, youth camp leader, and youth dance committee member. After school, I will serve as a mission in Brazil, speaking Portuguese for 1.5 years. When I return, I plan to study biological sciences at Southern Utah University. I'm very grateful for the opportunities I've had in this amazing community and for my teachers, mentors, and family who have helped me reach where I am today. Thank you.
Donovan, your turn to tell us about yourself.
Good evening. I'm a high school senior about to finish my 4th year in a row with a 4-point GPA. I'm also the captain of my varsity baseball team and for the first time in my high school career, Student of the Month. After high school, I plan to attend NAU as an exercise physiology major and pursue a career in physical therapy. But I wouldn't be where I am today without the help and support I've gotten from my parents, teachers, and coaches. They've all taught me so many lessons about how to be successful in school, sports, and life, and I owe all my success to them. Thank you.
And now Principal Richard Bradshaw from Bradshaw Mountain High School.
I'm going to face the crowd. Like I always say, it is one of my favorite nights celebrating our students at Bradshaw Mountain High School. As you can see, we have wonderful kids. Brielle and Donovan are great leaders on our campus. This year, Donovan is off our campus because he's at early college, but we still appreciate all his hard work in school. And baseball. So if you want to see some baseball games, they start up in about 2 weeks. And he'll be out there on the field, so we're excited for him. Thank you again, and here's Mike.
And Mike Whiting from the Optimist Club of Yavapai County.
And don't you forget that. Oh. No, we're proud to be here, and I know we look forward every month to the Students of the Month. And as we've talked about before, there's so many students at Bradshaw Mountain. It's a very hard, I think, activity, and we leave that to faculty and staff to do the hard work, and then we do the easy stuff here at the Town Council. But Brielle and Donovan, Student of the Month is just one of the rewards as a result of your personal commitment and hard work at your journey, at your Bradshaw Mountain High School journey. And I know it sounds like both of you are going to be very busy going to Flag and then going out of the country. And we wish you luck on your endeavors, and hopefully we'll see you back here in our community soon after. We know this is just a beginning for further achievements and personal growth through new opportunities. We look forward to you pursuing your education and career, and obviously you are ready. We know that, and you've proven it. You have a bright future ahead of you. As Donovan mentioned, we would like to recognize those that supported Brielle and Donovan in addition to their mentors and their teachers, and that's their parents. And so we'd like to just ask if any of the parents are here tonight, if you could please stand, and we'll give you a round of applause. Good job, parents. So without any further ado, it's with a sincere pleasure that we congratulate you as February Students of the Month on behalf of the Optimist Club of Yavapai County, Town of Prescott Valley, and of course, Bradshaw Mountain High School. And we do have a few mementos we'd ask Michael to present to you, and that's a little certificate honoring your night this evening, and then a copy of the Optimist Creed. We've talked about reading the creed, but there are like 10 different areas that we could talk about, but we'll forego that. Maybe we'll have an opportunity in the future to do that, because it is something I think we're asking the students to look at and read, and if you can live by that, you'll be very successful in your future. Their certificate says, the Optimist Club of Yavapai County, in partnership with Bradshaw Mountain High School and Town of Prescott Valley, certify that Brielle Benn and Donovan Bayard have been named February Students of the Month. So one more round of applause for our students. And that concludes our ceremony. We're going to take a few pictures here and then get out of your hair. So.
All right, next up, item 6, call to the public, or as I like to call it, social media live. At this time, members of the public may comment on matters listed on the agenda or solely on matters within the jurisdiction of the town. Any persons wishing to address the council must register their name with the town clerk prior to the commencement of the meeting. At the conclusion of the call to the public, the council may respond to criticism, ask staff to review a matter commented upon, or ask that a matter be put on a future agenda. Such remarks shall be limited to 3 minutes unless additional time is granted by the mayor. Clerk, call 4 names, please, and if you hear your name called, will you please work your way down to the front row?
Mr. Mayor and Council, we have 5 people registered, so I'm just going to call all of them. Steve Caros, Chris Russo, Hayden Love, Dave Larner, James Colosimo.
Welcome, sir.
Good evening, Steve Caros, Pronghorn Ranch. Vice Mayor Zurcher stated at the recent town council retreat that he would like to see call to public modified and controlled, limiting speakers, etc. I wish to remind Mr. Zurcher that one of the many important aspects of call to public is that it creates a very important public record that's archived in video. All requesting speakers, no matter what point of view, must be on record. It is for this reason that I'm here this evening. For the record, it is important to rebut the astounding comments made by Planning and Zoning Commissioner Joe Colosimo on January 22nd, 2026 at that regular town council meeting. His incredible comments can be divided into 10 individual categories, all of which were absurd and or inaccurate. However, I only have time to address 4. 1, referring to politically active citizens, Joe says they arrived from failing states to bring their disease and have infected this beautiful town. This comment is simply unbecoming a commissioner and does not require refutation. 2, Mr. Colosimo then stated that town staff has tried to work and reason with these people, but there is no negotiating with insanity. Again, this was unbecoming and does not require refutation. 3, Mr. Colosimo then referred to a new candidate as only being in Prescott Valley for 2 years, and his experience was from a failed state. He was referring to mayoral candidate Lawrence Nigel, who actually arrived 9 years ago in 2017. Soon after, Mr. Nigel, being a retired police lieutenant, joined the Arizona Rangers Lonesome
Caros,
Valley.
hold on a second. Mr. Legler, you want to weigh in on the rules of campaigning or campaigning for someone during campaign season at call to the public and using Town of Prescott Valley equipment or whatever else we have to further a candidate?
Mr. Mayor, what the statute says is that we can't affect an election. And of course, the election hasn't yet started. We don't yet have final candidates. But we do always ask that folks not use the forum since the council could not. The council could not push one candidate over another. So we always ask the speakers to please be careful and not urge one candidate over another.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Caros, go ahead and continue.
Thank you. And reminder here, I am rebutting. At any rate, Mr. Nigel's very successful career experience was at the city and school board level, not at the state level. So Mr. Colosimo's inability to accurately obtain, understand, and apply simple information should be recognized as a problem for a P&Z commissioner. Lastly, Mr. Colosimo stated that, quote, "We need to run them out of town," referring to those citizens I mentioned above being active. Of course, Prescott Valley will not be running politically active citizens out of town. However, in all seriousness, will this council do the right thing and remove this unprofessional and inappropriate member?
Thank you,
of the
Mr.
Planning and
Caros.
Zoning Commission?
Appreciate your time.
Chris Russo?
Welcome, sir.
Mayor and council and staff. My name is Chris Russo. I live in Granville. And I know you guys might want to see more people come up here of a greater variety, but unfortunately, due to apathy, not being averse of all the issues or from just not having the guts to come up here. I know it's hard for me to come up here. I shake and I get really nervous, but I do it anyway because that's my job as a citizen of this country. First of all, let me reiterate my support for ICE. Last time I was booed for my comments, and I just want to tell the leftists out there that I wear those boos as a badge of honor. At the last council meeting, one man got up and said that ICE is breaking into homes with no warrant or probable cause. Then he misquoted the Fourth Amendment. An order of detainer for removal from a judge is the warrant. That's all they need. They're getting a lot more courtesy than any American would get if one of us broke into another country. Another woman claimed illegals are undocumented immigrants and are the best of our community. Wow, is that so? All you hardworking Americans out there, black, white, and brown, that have worked your butt off all your life, followed all the rules, never broke any laws, started a business, raised a family, saved for a house to live the American dream, have no fear. If someone who broke into your country, took a job from your son or daughter that they could have had, or sucked up benefits that you may have had you run into problems. Don't worry, the very best of our community got all those things ahead of you. I'm sure our founding fathers are rolling in their graves from illegals being given constitutional guarantees. The Constitution is for American citizens, not for every person breaking into our country. Maybe these illegals should have applied for citizenship, learned English, or became Americans instead of breaking into our country and sucking billions, perhaps trillions of American taxes without a second thought of fair play or gratitude. No, instead they demand us to comply with them, and many cities force citizens to comply with the illegals and change their culture, just like Minneapolis and the Muslim Somalis did. Bush, Clinton, and Obama deported millions of illegals. And so where are those leftist insurrectionists? They're nowhere to be found. We all know the answer. It's Trump derangement syndrome. Tom Homan got a Medal of Freedom from Obama for deporting 3 million illegals. What's the difference? Same TDS. Trump deported 300,000 and riots everywhere. ICE is deporting the worst of the worst: child rapists, drug traffickers, people traffickers, thieves, murderers, and the like. And who does the leftists support? It isn't law enforcement, that's for sure. And I urge the council to support ICE and their efforts to deport all the people that need to be deported. I also urge,
Thank you, sir.
Hayden Love. Is there a Hayden? Hayden Love?
Hayden? No, no Hayden.
Okay. Dave Larner.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Mayor, council members. My name is Dave Larner, and I'm a resident of Prescott Valley. I'm very concerned about what is happening in our country and with the radicals taking over our education and our government. The cancer has now trickled down into our little town of Prescott Valley. They've called themselves a variety of names, including PVCA, Concerned Citizen, Prescott Indivisible. They're all the same. I want our Prescott Valley neighbors to recognize that these people have already infiltrated our town council. There are 2 individuals on the council that are the pawns of this outside group. They want to put even more of their own people on the council to take over our town in the upcoming election. Virtually every vote that has come through to enhance Prescott Valley, these 2 have voted against. Amazon expansion, Lakeshore 650, government take. They and their masters say they're in favor of letting the voters approve via referendum. That's called mob rule. Or they'll use the catchphrase controlled growth, which means as long as it's controlled by them. Prescott Valley citizens are requesting more doctors, more hospitality people, more professional office help. By not allowing any expansion, how are those adults going to be able to afford to live here? Furthermore, why would they if the community is dying? There will be several issues that will be decided in the next upcoming election, and I'm going to go fast. With that in mind, I highly endorse Kel Palguda, Kendall Schumacher, Michael Greer, and Kimberly Lopez.
Same thing applies, Mr. Larner. As a reminder, we just heard from legal on what needs to be appropriate and not appropriate call to the public. And as a reminder, folks, we really just want to hear, call to public is meant to hear issues and concerns that residents have out in the community. Like maybe a pothole is not being addressed. Maybe you have speeders in your neighborhood. Those are things that need to be and should be and used to come before us at call to the public. Let's just try to keep a good decorum and be professional out there.
James Colosimo.
Welcome, sir.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. I'm James Colosimo from Prescott Valley. At the last council meeting, my dad spoke about the political action communities, or PACs, here in Prescott Valley trying to take over the town. These PACs are weaponizing the Nextdoor app. They have become content moderators to control what is and is not seen publicly. In other words, they control free speech. They post what they want the citizens to see. If you respond in opposition to what they say, they will take down your comment to make sure that no one else will see it. It's funny how many of these people were instrumental in organizing the No Kings protest, and yet they are implementing and acting out exactly what they are protesting. But they don't stop there. If these PACs see you as an opponent to their political agenda, they have the authority to suspend your account and to out ban you from Nextdoor. They have done this to the mayor and council members, as well as numerous residents of Prescott Valley. Your voice does not matter to them. They are heavy proponents of censorship. These PACs are also using Nextdoor app to promote anti-growth in Prescott Valley. They have pushed out Amazon and have stained the town's reputation for corporations to be welcome here. This means people like me and my younger brother have a lesser chance of finding a lasting career here. I can find a job, but not a high-paying career that will allow me to buy and afford a home. What good is it to attend trade schools like the Mountain Institute in Prescott to learn a technical trade, only to have to go down to Phoenix to use it? I am advising the citizens of Prescott Valley to look for other social media sources that allow for free speech for their news on what is happening here in PV. There are credible Prescott Valley sites on Facebook, Instagram, and others. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And one more time for the person that was not here, see if they snuck in.
Aiden Love.
All right. Anything from council? Microphone. Councilman Freund.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to respond based on Arizona RS 431.01H. Dear Mr. Dave Larner, thank you for giving me the opportunity to respond. As a former HOA president myself, let me share some advice with you. Seeing that you're the current Stone Ridge president, make sure that that you have all the facts before jumping to conclusions, and never, ever let yourself be used as a pawn in a smear campaign, as it appears you are doing now. You see, after our last council meeting, I came home to harassing emails from two of our P&Z commissioners. They inadvertently included me in one afterward that said, "Be sure to convey this to Dave. He's going to get him again at the next TC," unquote. So I was expecting to hear from you. They also sent a veiled threat to my family member. Can you imagine if I had done this to one of the commissioners, myself? I recently ran into a friend and longtime resident in town while shopping. He asked, "How are you doing, Ken?" I said, "I'm in a quandary. The town council voted to allow mining in town limits, and this group is still attacking me even though they got their way. I don't understand why they don't quit." He said, "Don't you get it, Ken? They drove Bill out of office and appointed someone they liked. Now they are going after you, and then they will go after Janelle. This would give them 3 council votes while completely bypassing the electoral process. Remember when they used hired thugs from out of town to intimidate people so they wouldn't sign the Lakeshore 650 referendum? Well, now they use bullies who live in town. They've learned. You're not part of the good old boys club, Ken, and they are. Bingo, I said, it all makes sense now. The P&Z commissioners serve at the pleasure of the council, not the other way around. I've had a standing offer on the table with our town manager and vice mayor to discuss with them with no preconditions and try to work something out, but they have refused. So the ball now is in the council's court. Will they allow the lies, the threats, and harassment to continue, or will they do something about it? In the meantime, I will continue to advocate for the best interests of the townspeople, both short and long term. Thank you.
Next item up, consent agenda. All matters listed under consent agenda are considered routine by the town council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and be considered separately. Council, we've had a chance to review our consent agenda. If there is no item that wishes to be removed, please make a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve all items listed under the consent agenda by electronic vote.
A second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passes, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, 8A, recommendation to appoint Denise Atwood to Building Board of Appeals to partial term with renewal date of July 31st, 2026. Ms. Bristow, any comments or concerns? Or any information that council needs to know?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. No comments or concerns. I'm excited for an appointment. Can you hear me? Oh, sorry. No comments or concerns, just excited for an appointment. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions from council for Ms. Bristow? Seeing none, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Denise Atwood to the Building Board of Appeals for the remainder of a term with the renewal date of July 31st, 2026 by electronic vote.
A second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passes, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, 8B, recommendation to appoint John Burton to Board of Adjustments to partial term with renewal date of January 31st, 2027. Ms. Bristow, any questions or concerns?
No, sir.
I just would like to recognize any of those commissioners that may be present tonight. I have a feeling that they're here today, and I would just like to welcome them.
Thanks for coming out, guys. We have question, comments, seeing none, hearing none. Entertain a motion.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to appoint John Burton to the Board of Adjustment.
John Bristow.
Oh, I'm sorry. For the remainder of the term with a renewal date of January 31st, 2027 by electronic vote.
A second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
Mayor, that passes.
My thanks goes out to Ms. Atwood and Mr. Bristow for just wanting to be involved in the town. Appreciate you guys having that spirit to want to do something better in Prescott Valley. So thank you. Next up, item 9A, ordinance number 2026-975, adopting ZMC 24-006, waste management Quad Cities from commercial minor industry to industrial general limited to approximately 3.42 acres. Mr. Norlock, anything to add?
No, Mayor, just here for questions.
I would just like to recuse myself. My husband works for Waste Management.
Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, clerk?
Ordinance number 2026-975, an ordinance of the mayor and common council of the town of Prescott Valley, a municipal corporation of Arizona, amending the town zoning map CMC 24-006 by changing the zoning district classification of approximately 3.42 acres, portion of APN 402-28-009E, Parcel D, Big Sky Business Park, Unit 1, Waste Management Quad City Site, from C1 PD Commercial Minor Industrial Planned Area Development Zoning to IG Industrial General Limited Zoning for purposes of a refuse transfer station, and providing that this ordinance shall be effective 30 days after its passage and approval according to law.
Thank you, ma'am. Shall this ordinance pass?
Mayor, that passes.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, item 10A, ordinance 2026-976, amending Town Code, Chapter 11, Traffic to implement Traffic Safety Action Plan. Mr. Murphy, welcome, sir.
Good evening, Mayor, members of council. No presentation on this one tonight, more of just a verbal update. This is just taking what was passed in the action plan last year and putting it into the town code. If you have any specific questions, we can go through it, but other than that.
Just cleaning up some things?
Yeah, cleaning up some language, modernizing some language, references, and just getting that all in there.
Council, have anything for Mr. Parker? Seeing none. Entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to read ordinance number 2026-976 by title only on 2 separate occasions, and place the same on final passage by electronic vote.
I'll second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
Mayor, that passes. Ordinance number 2026-976. An ordinance of the mayor and common council of the town of Prescott Valley, a municipal corporation of Arizona, amending Chapter 11 Traffic, as recommended in the Prescott Valley Safe Streets for All SS4A Safety Action Plan, providing that all other chapters, articles, and sections of the town code not herein amended shall remain in full force and effect, and providing that this ordinance shall be effective 30 days after its passage and approval according to law.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Parker, I believe you're up next. 10B, final item, Resolution 2026-244, posting speed limit for County Fair Trail.
Yes, thank you, Mayor, members of the council. This is a request to post a speed limit on County Fair Trail out off of 89A. Again, as it was with the townwide speed limit study, we followed state statutes, the METCD, and traffic engineering practice. We took week-long bidirectional counts along the roadway to determine and collect the speed data. Here's an overview of the road. It is classified in our general plan, in our general circulation plan, as a local roadway. It does have a 100-foot right-of-way, which is more consistent with a commercial collector. Based on the zoning around, it seems like it is a future collector. We had a development proposal on the west side there that was going to widen it to that collector cross-section that did not go through. As I said, it is 2-lane right now. There is no posted speed limit at the moment. By statute, it would be 25. We are proposing it goes to 30 miles per hour. We took counts at the midpoint there. We saw an 85th percentile speed overall of approximately 36 miles per hour. The METCD and engineering practice tends to suggest the 85th as the posted speed based on the residents in the area, combined with the commercial and business. We believe 30 miles an hour is the appropriate speed limit.
Thank you, sir. Any comments or questions from council? Pretty easy, Parker. Good job.
Thank you.
Take a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign resolution number 2026-2444, adopting a speed limit of 30 miles per hour for County Fair Trail by electronic vote.
I'll second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
Mayor, that passes.
Thank you, ma'am. Seeing we are at the end of our agenda, council, have anything for the good of the order? Seeing none, hearing none. Folks, have a great night.